Good morning, Zio here, and today we're talking about WoW Classic and what the Filthy Alliance did to the Horde, and then what the Horde did to the Alliance. I don't know, it's kind of like poetic justice or something. Anyway, let's get into it, shall we? And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you should go ahead and do so now. Smash that like button or dislike it if you don't at the end of it. I mean, whatever works. But hey, do something at least. And leave me a comment, of course, what you think about all this. Oh, if you know me, I'm a WoW player, right? I love Blizzard. I have been a fanboy of Blizzard for years, which is also why I'm so critical about them and how they do things. We're probably going to talk about Blizzard a few times this week, but this is the first one I wanted to tackle first. So we're talking about WoW Classic, and there's this thing that goes on, right? It's the Scarab Lord, it's the opening of AQ40, AQ20, all those, the old raids, and there's this gong. Trying to oversimplify this really quick in a hurry without breaking down the entire chain of events that leads to it. But there's a quest line, right? At the end of the quest line, there's a gong. You ring the gong, and for 10 hours, people can ring the gong. Somebody gets the Scarab Lord title, the one who actually initiates all this stuff. And there's a there is a mount that only goes to the Scarab Lord, as well as a title for the person who actually does it. And it's a big deal, a very big deal. Back in the day of Classic, when Classic was vanilla, you're talking about massive lag as two groups from Horde and Alliance fought it out down there in Scythelus for this thing to happen, right? Now, on Classic, of course, we know that it was coming. People were preparing for this, so things have gone quicker as well. And the Alliance have done something pretty dirty. Not the entire Alliance. I'm not saying everybody in the Alliance is horrible people, although I personally do play Horde. I'm not an Alliance player. I don't care too much for the Alliance, but that's just me. They went around and they mass reported a guy who was on track to finishing the Scarab Lord questline. And essentially, they mass reported him into the ground, and Blizzard's automated banning system did ban them. Regardless of what Blizzard's statement is on things, we will go over it. It did happen. It's a thing that has happened. Now, the guy in question has been unbanned also. So keep that in mind. Things have been slightly rectified as of this thing happening, right? But dude did receive a ban. Of course, links to all this stuff down in the comments below if you want, or comments, the description if you want to go take a look and read all this for yourself. But Blizzard did eventually did respond. This was happening, I think it was last weekend when I first saw this. This post is now 7 days to this point, and at the time I completely forgot to do a video on it. I had other things to talk about last week, so I didn't get around to it until now. But they did do a response to it, and this is Blizzard's response. Kind of weak. I mean, we know it happened. It happened. It was seen. It was felt, to the point that the Horde responded, right? But thank you for your patience while we investigate this one. Investigating this one, everybody. After reviewing the account in question, we can confirm that the actions did not happen as a result of an abuse of the reporting system. While investigating the accounts involved, we did discover evidence of some players who were attempting to file false reports with bad intent and have actioned those accounts for abuse of game system. Alright, so what they're saying at this point is, after reviewing the account, they found that no actions of people resulting of abuse happened, right? Actions did not happen as a result of abuse. Then why was he banned? You don't answer that, actually. Blizzard does not actually answer that. Guy was banned right there at the end of the quest lines and stuff, near the end of everything. Out of the blue, just completely DC'd and kicked from the thing in the middle the pool for the big bad, right? And, you know, there was no evidence of an abuse of the reporting system, apparently. However, there were people who used the reporting system with bad intent, and their accounts have been actioned as as a result of their abuse of the game system. Yeah, that makes so much sense, Blizzard. Right. Anyway, as a reminder, the reporting system is there to help us combat bad behavior, toxicity, and unfair gameplay. It's bullshit, by the way. I have feelings about their recent reporting system in recent days. You know, it's one thing to be, to report and do something about people who are like AFKing in the battlegrounds, stuff like that. It's another if somebody is ganking you on a PvP, when you're in PvP mode and stuff like that, because I have heard people getting banned because they camped the same guy for too long and he got all upset and complained to Blizzard, and Blizzard banned them when that's the point of PvP, you pieces of... Anyway, I'm gonna get heated. let's calm down for a second. Anyway, attempts to trick or defraud a game master and abusing the system will result in account actions. For anyone whose account received a suspension or action and would like to appeal, please submit a ticket, and our game master will investigate. We continue to review these appeals on a case-by-case basis, and as always, overturn and make it right if an error was made. Anyway, as I won't be able to discuss the specifics of the account involved, I'll be locking this thread. Thank you for bringing this to our attention, everybody. Yeah, because you don't want people to really discuss anything after that, right? Gotta lock the thread so nobody can really discuss after the fact, and shut down any other new threads that pop up. That sounds like a Blizzard thing to do. Anyway, so just keep in mind, nobody reported this guy and abused the reporting system. However, accounts were found to be abusing the reporting system and have been handled accordingly. Yeah. Anyway. So, what did the Horde do to him in response? This is just poetic justice. I don't know. I just love this. Horde players on Cerberus server stopped any alliance from ringing the Scarab gong for the entire 10-hour war. Dedication right there. Anyway, so Hordes swarmed the gates, and they wouldn't let Alliance anywhere near. They kept killing the NPCs the Alliance needed to turn in the final bits of the quest, and just refused to let them actually be able to do it, so nobody was able to actually get in and do the thing. And I think that is an appropriate response for PvP. You sit there and you mess with one person on their side who was doing things legitimately, was doing the quest, was going through, you get him banned during the event. So even though his ban has been overturned, he now doesn't get to do the thing, right? Somebody else has to do it instead. And then you think you're gonna get a chance to actually go ring that? Heck no. No, the Horde will band together and they will stop you the entire time, and that's exactly what happened. It was a beautiful thing. I'm so glad about that. But yeah, I'm actually somewhat kind of surprised too, because Blizzard really hates the Horde. There was a thing off this, right, that sparked a conversation. Why does the Blizzard love the Horde? Well, the Blizzard doesn't love the Horde. The Blizzard hates the Horde. Well, maybe not hate, but they've never really cared for it too much. So I'm going to link this down if anybody wants to see. This is from 2013, right? This is old at this point, but it still is pretty, you can go through current stuff and see where things like this have happened still, even though they have attempted to balance certain things and do stuff to make things more even on both sides. Blizzard has had a track record of not being exactly, friendly when it comes to doing things for the Horde side, whether it's from making battlegrounds uneven, giving the Alliance advantages, making their cities where Horde have disadvantages. The Horde has cities where you can get in from multiple locations very easily into their cities. Well, the Alliance cities, it's a one straight path. You got one way to get in, and that's it. You know, you can't really come into it, you know, back in the day from multiple angles. Now, flying aside, since that's a thing that's changed a little bit. But, you know, for the most part, I don't see a whole lot of city raiding anyway. And on top of that, with the Alliance, 2 of their cities are on islands that require you to really get onto a boat and get over to actually get to them as well. You know, just another nail in the coffin for the Horde, you know, and stuff like that. And then there's the whole, gosh, what was it? The shaman bus incident. If you've never heard of that, you should go look it up. And you've got, you know, the fact that they had the paladins and the Horde had shaman, and there was definitely a strong advantage having paladins until TBC came about. But you know, the Alliance, or they haven't exactly been too favorable to the Horde over the years. Still haven't been. But this just feels so great, because even though the Horde does have disadvantages compared to the Alliance, right? If you want to sit there and say the Horde has a huge advantage or something like that, usually when people do talk about that, they're talking about racials. And back in Classic, Horde did have, for the most part, better racials, with the exception of, I think, was it humans, who had that one that could break any kind of CC regardless. Meanwhile, all the other CC breakers were limited to certain kinds of CC, like it could only do fear but not stuns, and so on and so forth. You know, for the most part, Horde does generally have had better passives when it comes to their racials back in the day. But yeah, other than that, you know, everything's been against the Horde. So to see them stop the Alliance at the gate, at the gong, that brings a tear to my eye. Keep it up, guys. Anyway, so this was a thing that happened. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I will talk to you later. See ya. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.